It's your girl, pop culture goddess. Hey, my culture heads. Let's get into this Johan and Danielle situation. And why I feel like Danielle and Johan, they should have just been F buddies, okay? Friends with benefits. This should have never turned into a damn marriage. It was kind of destined to be a flaming pile of you know what. So let's just get all up into this. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment at the when you watch this after watching this video, and hit the like button if you like it. Let's just get all up into this, okay? We're gonna break the whole Johan and Danielle situation down. Yeah, 90 Day Fiance star Daniel's friends believed Johan was a spanky panky, okay? Especially when he got a dollar symbol tattoo on himself after meeting Danielle. Red flag, red flag. So Johan was frivolous with spending money and made it clear that he wanted to move to the United States. Ding, 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 ding. Red flag number two. Um, really frivolous with spending money. Not good. Made it clear that he wanted to go to the United States. Maybe that's not a red flag. Mm-mm. I mean, I'm not like that's where you're from. Then that's where Danielle's from. So it was not surprising that he would want to go back to where Danielle's from and have a chance and an opportunity to make more money to help his family. I see nothing wrong with that. That's ambitious. So he definitely wanted, to go to the US for better opportunities. Now, her butt, she rushed into this wedding because Danielle and Johan decided that they both wanted babies. Red flag number five. I don't know. Are we keeping track of these numbers? Anyway, that was red flag, another red flag. What was the rush to get married? I think she should have took way more time getting to know each other and getting to know him and everything that is. Oh my gosh, she should have just gotten to know him way more than the time she put in. I think they spent more time lusting over each other than they did get to know each other, because by watching them two interact was like, but let's keep going. And then they wanted to bring a baby in a situation. Child, I'm glad they didn't have that baby. But none of these things happened in the 90 Day Fiance the other way. Mm-mm. Danielle quit her job. She let go of her 15,000 extra on her pension. So she had a chance, if she stuck it in longer, to get 15,000 more on her pension. Right there is telling you that she is, and her decision making skills is a little warped too. Okay, this is telling you her decision making skills are not the best either. Nobody's turning down an extra $15,000. That's number one. Number two, she didn't square off and pay off all her bills before doing this. Like when she left New York and left the United States, she owed a lot of money to this New York for parking tickets, whatever else the traffic, violations and all that. She owed a lot of money in that, and she owed a lot of money for rent and other stuff that she owes. So she left debt behind. Usually it's smart if it's smart to, if you're going to start fresh with a clean slate. She left with bills. So she was tired of paying 4 grand for her apartment. So she fled to the Dominican Republic and decided that she wanted to live in the Dominican Republic. But Johan wanted to live in the United States. Red flag problem number, I don't know, 6, 7. I don't know. We're not going to keep track, but this is just another red flag, because once again, they are not on the same accord with things. So we're going to keep on going. Things became tense when Danielle rented a fancy apartment and then had the nerve to ask Johan, okay, well, how much money do you make And how much are you going to contribute to this? Knowing his finances already. So now you putting him on blast on Front Street that he doesn't make any kind of enough, a certain amount of money to make him feel less than a man. So then you have more control over him. So she basically embarrassed them. Like this conversation could have been had off air. Like we didn't have to like watch that. That was really embarrassing to watch. And I felt like, she was really trying to humiliate him by doing this. Trying to find out like, oh yeah, how much can you put in? And well, if I'm putting in all of this, then you just gonna be you have to assume the woman's role and clean the house and do this and do whatever I tell you. No, girl. Okay, so that was another flag. Okay, because she wanted Johan to contribute, and Johan didn't have it like that. So Danielle decided to wear the pants in relationship from that point on. Danielle had felt a strong spiritual connection to Johan when they met, but he dismissed her spiritual and mentor advice when Danielle sought counseling. Okay, another red flag. They don't share the same religion, y'all. Danielle is more of that spiritual, I don't know, she might worship or Orishas or something like that type of religion or something, Santeria. I don't know which one it is, but she worships something like that involving a coconut that she rolled around on the floor to help relieve problems, but that didn't work. So she had her religious belief, and of course, Johan is a Christian. She just expect Johan to, okay, I done met your Baba. So now that we've had a conversation, oh, you're just going to transfer to my religion and you're going to follow my religion and you're going to like my religion. And he's looking like, no, that's not how it's going to work. I'm going to stay Christian, but what I will do is respect the religion that you have, and I won't tell you you can't practice it. The problem with Danielle, once again, is Danielle expects Johan to convert to everything that she is into and does not have any respect for what he is into and what he wants to do. He has been Christian since he was born, and that's what he's going to remain Christian. But he's not going to press you to change, and he's not going to belittle what you do. And he expects the same back. She cannot do that. So that's another problem right there. They faced communication issues largely throughout the season, but things got messy when Danielle revealed she was to meet a former boyfriend and good friend, Talon, who was in the Dominican Republic for vacation. Johan let his insecurities be known by comparing shoe sizes with Talon or going off on Daniel during his own birthday party over her meeting Talon. Okay, so here's another issue right here. She plans a surprise birthday party for this man. And the day before his birthday, she springs it on him that I want to meet my ex. I want to meet up with my ex boyfriend, and I want you to meet the person that I used to bang out. I want you to meet him too. Like, who does this? Like, what normal world do you see your ex sitting down with your new mate? Like who? Like Danielle, you are all the way in La La Land. Like she is off in a whole flipping. Like you nuts. Like I really the arrogance with you. I think if she feels like you really feel like you're damn superior, and that you found some little banana boat. Like I'm yeah, Jamaican and the banana boat. So you think you done found yourself a little banana boat boy, cabana boy that you can just do whatever because he doesn't have the means and the money and stuff. So you just gonna rule his world. You're gonna be a domineering woman and just take over his whole entire life and tell him what he's gonna do because he is poor. So I'm going to basically run the roost. So he's gonna have to sit there and be a patsy and sit here and meet my ex-boyfriend, ex-lover that I used to mess around with, even though Johan has expressed and told her that I do not want to meet this person because I have insecurities when it comes to dealing with women who have cheated on me and stuff, and different things that they have done on me. So I don't particularly want to meet I don't want to meet your exes. Like, this is not something I want to do. I don't want to meet your ex. No, thank you. So he has made it clear. I don't want to meet your ex. This is something that is a no-no for me. I am a man and I don't want to sit down with your former lover. I'm your husband. Have some respect for me. Of course, Danielle is absolutely clueless. Okay, so that's another one. That's a big problem right there. She's absolutely clueless on that. She brings it up the day before the his birthday party. Then of the birthday party, because she wasn't given a proper thank you in front of his family, because he was still pissed with her about telling her about wanting to meet her ex lover. She gets up in the middle of the birthday party, of course, causing a scene, and leaves. And Johan goes and follows her. And then they have this awkward conversation of her feeling a certain type of way, like, because she hasn't been acknowledged and this, that, and the other. Like, she is just too much of a damn drama flipping queen. So Johan was like, finally, like, you know what, fine. Look, I'll meet your ex. I'll meet your ex. I'll sit down. And he met him all right. He met him and embarrassed and humiliated the crap out of Danielle, like asking him his shoe size and what was it, what size is your wang wang, and you know what was she like, and like just awkward questions to make them all awkward. So Johan felt Danielle disrespected him by telling him and telling one day before his birthday. Johan refused to accept Danielle's culture and wished for her to respect their relationship by not putting her friends before him. This is what she keeps doing. But she thinks because he is poor and she's the one paying for everything, then she could do whatever. So she's like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done. So Danielle said during her last scene on, you know, The Other Way, and upon her return to the tell all, said she and Johan were technically married. Johan admitted communication and trust were the problems between them. Tellon was invited to the tell all, and it made Johan uncomfortable. He claimed she still has photo of her ex lover in their home. Yeah, bitch, you done took it too far. Look, you done took it way too far. Danielle assures Johan that her ex-lover, Talon, was not a threat to him, and Talon confirmed it. That doesn't matter. You're not supposed to have no ex-lovers up in your home. This is wrong. And anybody who's co-signing thinking this is cool is out their mind. An older scene with Danielle and made Johan meet Talon was played during the reunion, after which Johan claimed Danielle said some ugly things about him, such as my husband is not very open minded. Johan said this was going to cost Danielle very badly. He declared his relationship would be worthless the moment she brought Talon into the storyline. Danielle added, I don't know what I can do to make that better because I can't change the past. And this is when Johan announced, I'm with Danielle until our lease is over. When that lease is up, she goes her way and I go mine. And left the cast members in total shock. We're both we're both very emotional. We both said things we don't mean, said Danielle, who promised to fight for her marriage because she loves Johan. Danielle suggested they do couples therapy when Johan outright refused. On Instagram, Danielle's last post with Johan was in March of 2023, and all the photos were throwbacks, even if the couple still appears to be following each other. In an Instagram live Danielle did on Thursday, She had returned from a recent trip to the US to find out Johan didn't want to pick her up from the airport. And their house smells like piss because her dog had been left inside. Danielle cried and wiped her tears as she smoked the blunt and declared, "The more I work and the more successful I am, and the more light I shine, the more inadequate my husband feels, and the more abusive he gets and crazier he gets." So she, look, you just don't get this man. This is basically what it comes down to. You just don't understand this man. So the more inadequate, okay, admits, okay, Danielle felt like she was done protecting Johan. "I just wish people knew the truth." She added, however, 90 Day Fiance The Other Way star Danielle added new Instagram stories on Saturday where she confirmed, "I'm not really having a meltdown," and was sharing her truth in order to find a solution to a problem at hand. What? Mm. So, Mr. Chaos, Danielle offered her own speculation, suggesting that Johan's strong words were influenced by the presence of her ex lover, Dylan Alexander, who happened to be part of the conversation. Now, despite their former romantic involvement, Danielle emphasizes that their relationship had come to an end. Despite the speculation and explanation, John remained resolved in his stance, and saying that, "Look, I don't want to be with Danielle anymore. I don't have the same love for her anymore. The damage is already done." He continued, prompting Daniel to get all choked up. Johan has made it clear at this tell all, like, "Look, I don't care anymore. She can have all her friends, she can have all her ex lovers. I just don't care anymore." So people are like, "You know what? Now you care, you care, you care." And he's like, "No, I don't care. When we started our relationship, I told her I don't care about your exes. I don't want exes in our relationship because I had a bad experience with an ex in the past." With unwavering determination in a firm tone, he declared for Danielle, it went in one ear and out the other. In an escalating display of frustration and emotional intensity, Johan just basically said, "It is easy. You don't want to commit. Stay single. Don't get married." The room fell in a tense silence at his outburst, leaving everybody taken aback by what he said. But what he said is true. The attention shifted to the host, Sean, who directed our focus towards Danielle, seeking her emotional response. And she was like, "It just feels ridiculous." Her words, that doesn't help the situation at all. I'm talking about, "It just feels ridiculous." Hmm. Mm. Too much. Johan wasn't happy with the importance Danielle placed on her friendships and her independence, while she was critical of his role as a husband and provider. So during part one and two of the tell all, Johan joined Danielle virtually on stage from the Dominican Republic. The couple joked about their sex life and revealed that they're still together, but Sean Robinson hasn't yet delved into their marital roles until now. So, amidst a conversation about their trust issues, Johan shockingly admitted to the rest of the cast that he tends to call things off with Danielle once their lease expires. And he's made it clear, when that lease is up, she goes her way and I go mine. Much to the shock of the cast of his castmates, some of whom expressed their thoughts with his comment. Gabe got every look. Look, y'all. At first, I was team mother flipping Gabe, but Gabe, he just be too much into everything. Sometimes you need to shut your damn mouth, Gabe. Seriously. Okay, worry about your mother flipping situation. Like, he think he could sprinkle his sprinkle tea and everything. So Gabe feels Johan is overacting a little bit. No, he's not. This relationship can't be fixed. No, it can't. So Daniel thinks Johan made the remark because her ex lover is sitting there on the stage. Well, Johan doesn't back down and insists that he's through with his wife. "I don't want to be with Danielle Gates anymore. I don't have the same love for her. The damage is already done. So Johan's statement causes Danielle to get emotional. She fights back tears, but he continues to press on. He's like, look, I don't care anymore. She can have them friends. Apparently, their castmates aren't buying that Johan is serious. But again, he doubles down. He says, I swear on my mother, I'm being serious and not joking. Johan tells Danielle that if she doesn't want a commitment, then she should have stayed mother flipping single and not gotten married. You know? And he's right. He's absolutely right to call it deuces. So, ahead of the weekend, Danielle recorded Johan as they were seated outside. Although Johan was reluctant to show his face for the camera, he peeked from under his hat and gave a peace sign, showing that he is still wearing his wedding band on his left ring finger. Maybe their interaction on stage were fabricated for the show to create drama, or perhaps they've worked through their issue. Regardless, there's plenty of drama left on the show. Um, I don't know, but you see, let me see something here. And this was posted on her Instagram, right? Now, when you look at her Instagram now, watch. Let me just when I go to her Instagram now, them pictures is gone. And them pictures of him with his ring finger on, them things is gone. They ain't there. Those pictures are not there, y'all. Let me see something. Let me go to his page. Okay, this is him just 3 weeks ago. What you say about Osama was real, and Daniel couldn't understand it because she's a spoiled white American. Oh, let me see if I can see translations on that. Stop wasting your time on the old controller that can't give you a child, please. Ooh, dang, look at this. A lot of people on his side and telling him not to waste his time with Danielle. Okay, so this is 8 weeks ago. Kind of long ago. This is kind of long ago. So this is 8 weeks ago. So the recent that recent picture of him with this ring has been removed off of her page. I don't see it on her page, and I'm looking on his page. I don't see it there. Damn, he's a tall drink of water, ain't he? He is one tall dude. I see why he got with her. She got a butt on her. Okay. Puta canta. Oh wow, it looks beautiful there. Okay. Okay. This is looking really beautiful. All right. Well, this is how many weeks ago? 9 weeks ago. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? Hmm? What do you think? Like, do you think they're over? Do you think Johan and Danielle are done? This is it. Is he going to officially, divorce her? Is it it? Or do you think this was all for the cameras and they'll be back on for another season for more mess? Y'all let me know what y'all think about these two, okay? All right. I don't know. I feel like he should just move on. I think they both need to move the flip on. Okay, because they just not a good match with each other. That's my thought. On that note, I'm out.